Eat all your vegetables, then you can have some water.
Welcome back, bros. It's been a while. I had school stuff to take care of and just other stuff to take care of. I am back to talk about that vegan teacher once again. Obviously, I talked how she basically made uncomfortable comments towards Tommy in it and how her songs are just terrible. But we have only dug the surface, my friends. There is more to this than just her using the Dream SMP to put her beliefs in and just singing with the ukulele in front of any argument or fast food restaurant. She could quite literally be the definition of obnoxious if we wanted to use it in a dictionary. But enough about that. Let's dive into the insane vegan teacher again. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one is the longest drama that vegan teacher ever had. It's like longer than catching a legendary Pokemon with only regular Pokeballs. Anyway, it all started with that vegan teacher responding to a comment from a user named Hey It's Me Sandy, and here's what she says.
Actually, you're not really vegan. You are someone who simply eats plants. We call that a plant-based person. A real vegan is somebody who defends animals all the time and talks about their exploitation.
That was the dumbest point ever made. Anyways, Jerobe, or John Rebel, made a TikTok responding to that vegan teacher, which resulted in one of the longest TikTok dramas I've probably ever seen. And, well, let's roll the video.
No. Before I get started, I'm just going to say I don't have any issues with veganism, whether you're doing it for nutrition reasons, moral reasons, environmental reasons, whatever. As far as I can tell, there is no societal understanding that says that in order to be a vegan, not only do you not have to eat or use animals or animal byproducts, but you also have to be an animal rights activist or actively try to convert people to veganism. And like I said before, I don't have any issue with vegans in general. But I think that the unnecessary gatekeeping that she's doing not only in this video, but many of her other videos, is doing more harm to her cause than it is good. She's also used her platform around veganism to tell people to change religions, and honestly, that's just messed up. There are so many videos of hers that I want to respond to, so stay tuned.
And from that TikTok forward, it became the Goku versus Frieza for TikTok drama. At least in my eyes, I don't know what yours is. But let's just move on.
Vocal percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind.
How this beef started when that vegan teacher basically called out Gordon Ramsay, a very professional cook who is known for insults and hosting Kitchen Nightmares, Hell's Kitchen, and 24 Hours to Hell and Back. Of course, she called him out in a song, which, let's take a look, shall we? Why not?
Eating animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay. Share this song, and if you call me a donut, that's fine.
Vegan donut.
You're vegan from now on.
And this is why I love Gordon Ramsay sometimes. But that vegan teacher saw the duet and she kind of made a response song called Ode to Gordon Ramsay, and it's one of the most out-of-pocket things I have ever heard. Like, seriously, just take a listen to this.
The day Gordon Ramsay duetted me, I fell to my knees and cried. I shook my fists at a non-existent god as Gordon laughed at the trillions that had died. This evil chef smirked at the Holocaust that animals are now dying through. Instead of guiding his fans to watch Earthlings to learn what is really true, Gordon Ramsay continued to bully the most innocent of animals just for fame. And next he came for us, their protectors, carving our wrists without feeling even a single red tear of shame.
Funnily enough, this song got banned on TikTok, which, thank God. Thank you, TikTok. Very cool. But that vegan teacher really wasn't happy. She tried to claim that that song was banned because she's being censored, because TikTok was protecting the meat and dairy industry, which definitely was 100% not the case at all. I ain't gonna lie, this one made me uncomfortable. It really did. Even editing this, I felt uncomfortable. So I already talked about the video where she tried to get Tommy to follow that meat teacher Miss Tofu, which is another one of that vegan teacher's old accounts that got banned, so he could get a nice vegan girl, which is just creepy and kind of forceful. But my god, there is more than that. And before she tries to say, or anyone else tries to say, I take this out of context and label me as some sick creep, no, I'm not kidding. She would literally make weird and uncomfortable comments on Tommy, like this one right here whenever Tommy and it got 2 play buttons, which I congratulate him on, to be honest.
2 more golden play buttons today that I'm going to show to girls if they come round. Because they do.
Tommy, the nice vegan girls don't want to see your buttons. But if you want them to play with your buttons, you're going to have to show them your fruits and your...
Oh, okay. That's disgusting. You're basically telling him to whip out his, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm basically the same age as Tommy in it. I'm not even kidding. And even I feel uncomfortable. And like I said, I'm not taking this out of context. I'm not a sick freak. She literally just implied in a vegan way for him to just, you know, show it, if you know what I'm picking up. Yeah, let's just skip this segment. Just basically, she's just weird towards Tommy in it, even though he's technically 16 and she's 56. Seriously, where's the FBI at? At this point, I am convinced she'll try to use basically any famous person, like Dream or Charlie D'Amelio, so basically she could tell their audience to basically be vegan. At this point, I can imagine her trying to use Hatsune Miku, any Pokemon game, or even Tony Hawk, or even any gaming company, so she can force her beliefs there. She needs to stop trying to use Minecraft YouTubers or certain celebrities because she is not helping at all. Hell, whenever she responds to Poncho, who used Minecraft footage, she claims that that game is violent, even though the ESRB rating is literally E10+ for fantasy violence. So you're basically saying if you play Minecraft, you should be vegan. Is that what I'm getting from that vegan teacher? Or is there something more to this that I just do not understand the lore of?
What we do here is go back.
If that vegan teacher wasn't up for another thing, is that she uses past and current tragedies for her vegan beliefs. She said herself that animals go through something similar to what Jews went through with the Holocaust, which is very unacceptable. She will use the Holocaust for her points quite a bit, and it's just disgusting. It's very disgusting. Another tragedy that she used is George Floyd's death. She literally made a song called I Can't Breathe the exact same day George Floyd died, which is downright disrespectful. In that song, she also talked about Reagan Russell, who sadly got run over by a truck. In the verse, your Auschwitz truck has run over me. Yes, she tied both Reagan Russell being tragically run over by a truck to Auschwitz, and George Floyd being murdered by the police to animal rights. Everyone was livid, understandably so, because those two topics are far from someone eating meat or drinking milk. Now, she may have her multiple TikTok accounts, but that doesn't mean she'll stop on other platforms. Like her TikTok, her YouTube has a negative reception. She'll post stuff from her TikTok pages and call out YouTubers who dare to criticize her. Mainly, she called out commentary channels like D'Angelo Wallace, Poncho, Glider Guys, Scrubby, and possibly the weirdest way imaginable. She'll treat it as if they were in her classroom, and I guess I'll be joining in there soon. You know what? No, I will not, considering I'm already a sophomore in high school, and I already have some teachers that do not crack down on what I eat. Now, this is already something everyone knew. Her batch of accounts got banned from TikTok for obviously breaking the community guidelines. After that, she started to lose her sanity quite a bit, blaming everything on censorship, and started saying no words should be banned, including some words that might offend certain people. However, on March 4th, her new account got banned, and of course, made a video talking about it with a thumbnail which labeled people not agreeing with her views or just wanting her off the internet as animal abusers. Now, if vegan teachers are going to call me that, I'll ever know I treat my cats, dogs, and even my family's pet pig with as much kindness and respect as possible. She might have tried to circumvent TikTok TOS by making different accounts, and well, yeah, they still stayed up until TikTok banned them. When her accounts were still up on TikTok, comments were limited, and on YouTube, she pretty much hides the number of likes, the dislikes, and completely disabled comments, and then pretty much only has certain people comment. And well, Vegan Teacher, if you're against censorship like you claim you do, then other people should be allowed to criticize you in your own comment sections, even if you cannot handle it. Or are you saying, I can say whatever I want, even if it offends somebody, but no one can criticize me? These are pretty much the worst things she has ever did. No, this is not any cancel culture stuff calling out edgy content from 9 years ago. This is proven. There's of course a video of her saying the hard R.
Here's my response. Number 1, you mean the words Nick? Oh, did I just? Oh my God, my video's going to get banned.
Not only that, but she's also used Miss Elena, well, the plush of Miss Elena from the kids show Danny the Tiger's Neighborhood, and literally wrote an acronym for the hard R. I'm not kidding. Here's a screenshot, censored for very obvious reasons. And she wonders why she gets flack. Jesus Christ. And that's not even beginning to explain how angry I'm getting. And not only that, she does not even mean well to the LGBT off the hook. Because she's pretty much, well, every single phobic in the LGBTQ. And well, there is certain clips like this one right here.
Question for my LGBTQ friends. Why aren't you vegan yet if you're against oppression? Don't answer right away. Watch earthlings.com first. Reflect, and then come back.
Again, being gay, trans, bi, anything else that's in the spectrum, veganism has nothing to do with that. Why are you doing this? Oh, and here's another gem.
Absolutely wrong. Coming out as a vegan animal rights activist, as somebody who cares beyond themselves, is much more special than it is to come out as a member of the LGBTQ community. Coming out as a member of the LGBTQ community is an entirely selfish act. It's talking about you only. It's not talking about the things that you're going to do to better the world. Coming out as an animal rights activist is talking about the animals, others, not just you. In fact, it is a completely unselfish thing to do. Yes, I'm not saying it's easy in different societies, different religious backgrounds, but if you're in a religion that treats you badly, then just change religions. We've been over this before. But look at my comment section. Think of how terribly vegan animal rights activists are treated. Not just me, all of them. Do better. Be kind to those who are being kind. Be vegan.
This really, pushes my buttons, because I have known a friend since 3rd grade, and he now became a she, and her name is Brooklyn. And she gets bullied almost constantly every day. Every single time I at least talk to her in Instagram DMs, or sometimes on a phone call, she'd always have a rough day. And it's basically because everyone just likes mocking trans people, all that stuff. That is completely different from veganism. I think we better move on to religion, otherwise I'm about ready to just, rip and tear certain demons. Now, this is another thing she will pretty much just make a mockery out of, especially with Christianity. Even if I was an atheist, I would not fathom her logic with Christianity and the basics of the Holy Bible. Eating meat is not even a sin in the Bible, but she has some stupid logic for the Bible, like eating meat gets you into hell. She even uses a banana phone to contact God and makes ridiculous stuff up, like God said, no more ice cream unless it's this type of ice cream. Dude, let the children have their ice cream and let them enjoy it. They're not hurting you or your pets. We obviously talked about how she used Auschwitz in her infamous song, but She'll pretty much compare millions of Jews dying from gas chambers in World War II to pigs becoming bacon. I don't got an issue with anyone in their religion group, but dang, this woman must really hate Christians that eat meat. Oh boy, a really weird topic. But let's talk about the hamster. She owns a hamster and decided to name it after the pandemic we've suffered through. That would be like if I named a rat bubonic after the bubonic plague. Like, I owned a hamster before, and I could tell you that hamster really doesn't seem active. It seems stationary, it looks like it's dead. But she also has a dog, which came before the hamster, and decided to make that dog vegan. Now, I see a huge flaw considering if a dog ate too much grass or plants, it could cause issues for the dog's body. And I should know, considering my family has 5 dogs. There has been petitions to get her dog Bella removed from her because of her basically making a dog vegan for quite some time. And I can honestly understand that. Let's move on. This is kind of a follow-up to a certain segment, but that vegan teacher continues making multiple accounts, possibly to this day, and I have some possible theories or guesses on how she's still making multiple accounts despite getting banned multiple times. My first theory is that she changes her IP address for each account that gets banned on TikTok. She uses another IP address to avoid the bans. Now, I'm not the tech god some ordinary gamers, aka Mudahar, himself when it comes down to IP addresses, but that's how I can break it down. My second theory is she's using different emails. Now, she probably has a list of backup emails to continue making her accounts for TikTok, so she can annoy everyone again and again and again. But there's a third theory that combines the first two, where she possibly could use a different IP address and a different email. Again, instead of just taking an L, she keeps making accounts until she can't no more. But she still has one up, at least for now. But she might be using a VPN as well, so who knows. That vegan teacher decided one day to make multiple posts on her community tab wishing harm upon Chef Ramsay, and obviously that made me and the entire internet mad because resorting to death threats is a very, very horrible thing to do to a person, especially to Chef Ramsay of all people, because he may be tough on his shows, but he's actually a genuinely nice person. And before people think I'm making this up, I have it caught in 4K. So that vegan teacher, you need to apologize to wishing harm upon Chef Ramsay and basically everything else you've caused. Now, I'm gonna end this with the final segment that's very lighthearted. And well, someone made a game about that vegan teacher where it is another one of those auto-run games you play on your phone. However, originally there was a picture of her face that was used, but that vegan teacher tried to pull a Nintendo to the dev and make him remove it, but the audio of her saying "eat your vegetables" is still in the game. Vegan teacher, when someone or something becomes famously loved or hated, there's always going to be a game about it, whether you like it or not. Basically, she just finds any famous YouTubers, anyone's in the Dream SMP, commentary community, or even TikTok stars, and tries to get veganism spread around in their comment sections. And just will not accept any meat eaters or people just drinking milk from a cow. Now, do I think she's a horrible person considering the amount of crap she's gotten her into? I would say yes. Like I said before, I do not have a problem with vegans or vegetarians. My only wish is that you do not be like that vegan teacher. Now, I did make a TikTok account to gather some footage of that vegan teacher for research, and plus I will admit I did have a little bit of a fun time with it and made a couple videos on it. If you want to follow that, link will be in the description. If she responds to this video, I think I might make a finale, but who knows. But alright everyone, this is it. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Until next time, this is Rare Shadow J. Peace.